You want evidence that God doesn't exist?
Yeah. I would love to see the proof because I would like to see why you turned to atheism is all.
First of all, I need to know what you mean by God in order to falsify it.
Jesus, Yeshua, he is God. We all know it.
Sorry.
No,
we
you're
all
good. You're good, man. You're good.
we all know it. I'm up for the challenge. Would you agree that if this God cannot be contradictory, he cannot contradict himself?
No, not so ever.
Okay, so if I did find something that contradicted, then that would be evidence that, or proof that this God doesn't exist. Would you agree?
Are you
If
gonna go with Bible verses?
no,
Okay. But
it
I'd like to see this.
okay. Picture God in heaven, if he lives in heaven, and he's offered two plates. Let's say he's supper time. He's hungry. He has two plates. One plate has nothing but love, kindness, and goodness on it to eat. The other plate has love, kindness, and goodness on it, but also has some sin on it. Which plate would God choose?
The one that's clean and the one that doesn't sin.
Sinless, right?
Sinless. Yes,
Okay. So why would he choose the sinless plate over this plate with sin?
because it's cleaner.
Is that the only reason?
Yeah, I mean, come
Okay,
on.
but
If you're
why
if you
why is it the fact that it's cleaner? Why would that be something God would choose?
Why? Because for one, because in the Bible it also says that a good tree cannot bear corrupt fruit. So
A
how can you
good
be a good tree?
tree cannot bear corrupt fruit, you said?
Yes, sir. A good tree cannot bear
I
corrupt
love
fruit.
that. A good tree cannot make bad fruit.
Yes.
Is there bad in the world? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Well, of course there is. Of
Okay,
course
who
there
who
is.
created the world?
God created all things.
God, a good tree cannot bear corrupt fruit. We see bad fruit in the world, therefore God didn't create it.
God did create it.
But a good
Hold
tree
on.
can't create the corrupt fruit. Thanks for coming on, Noah. How long did that
Well,
take?
yeah, he created you, but
A
you
good
either choose
tree
to
cannot
listen or you
create
don't.
corrupt fruit. You just admitted there's corrupt fruit in this world. So that means God must not
Yes,
have
there
created the
is.
world.
He did create the world. It's just that,
But a good tree
if you don't
cannot
produce
create
good fruit,
a world with bad fruit.
okay, here's the thing. Here's the
Here's the
thing. How do
thing. This is called the real problem of evil. And you set me up perfectly for it because you yourself brought up the good tree cannot produce bad fruit. The fact that your God created, if your God exists and is all good and does not desire sin, like you said, he does not, he would choose the plate with no sin. And if you, do you believe God's all knowing?
Yes,
Okay,
of
if he's
course he
all
is.
knowing, was he surprised when sin entered the world? Was he shocked,
No.
surprised? No. So the fact that we exist and some of it is corrupt and bad fruit, and even if you throw in human free will, does not make a dent, doesn't make a difference. The fact that your God saw this coming, knew this coming, if he created, and yet he created anyhow, that is a contradiction with his nature because, as you said, corrupt fruit cannot come from a good tree. If God's a good tree, he cannot produce a world that would result in what we see: sin, evil, because he does not like it. He would not create something he does not like. You can't give me a greater good argument. Well, it's all for redemption, for Jesus to come, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. What matters is what you said. Bad fruit can't come from good trees. And if you say God's a good tree and there can't be bad fruit, the earth is full of bad fruit, therefore your God does not exist. Thanks for calling in.